Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Last night, I received over a dozen emails from you guys letting me know about the most pathetic story of the year so far. This really shows you how pitiful these people are. I mean, it's kind of sad. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm the one that's strange. I have no desire to win some meaningless award. I don't need validation from some board of birthing persons that was organized based on standards of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I don't need a group of outsiders to tell me, your show is great. You should be an award-winning podcaster. I couldn't care less. A while back, someone asked me, what are your long-term aspirations in the media? I'm not in the media. So I have none. I just want to stay here on YouTube. My short-term aspirations is to reach 100,000 subscribers. After that, it'll be 200,000, and maybe one day I'll be fortunate enough to hit 1 million subscribers. But I don't need validation from the streaming awards to confirm that I'm doing my job. The only voice that matters, the only opinions that matter are yours. There are a lot of shows who have won Emmy Awards. Over the last few decades, the Yentas on The View, they have won 31 Emmys. Do those 31 Emmys erase the fact that The View is absolute garbage? Go look up the reviews from normal people. Normal people have given The View over 13,000 reviews. Show is rated 2.1 out of 5 stars. You could give the Yentas 300 Emmys and it still won't erase the fact that The View is a polished turd. Those trophies are not strong enough to fight the smell of toxic flatulence. Over the last couple of years, though, we have reviewed the countless award shows that Hollywood continues to present us. The Grammys, the VMAs, the Emmys, the ESPYs, the Streamies, the Viewers' Choice Awards, the award given to shows with the least number of viewers. Every time we review one of these dumps, I always ask the same question. Does anyone give a shit about these awards? Does anyone care? In my opinion, the only award show that matters is the Huge Embarrassing Failure Awards. At least the HEF Awards are entertaining and they only last about, 15 minutes? Straight and to the point. There's no time for banefully boring speeches. There's no time for lectures on diversity. But like I said, maybe I'm weird for not seeking external validation. Maybe I'm strange for not caring about meaningless awards, because I know of one organization that cares about the Emmys, the worldwide leader in woke, ESPN. Over the last 40 years, I would assume that ESPN has been honored by the Emmys hundreds of times. I'm sure they have been recognized for their dedication to shitfuckery. Do the Emmys have a Courage Award? If so, I would assume it was given to ESPN for having the courage to name Leah Thomas Woman of the Year. I would assume it was given to ESPN for having the courage to honor Megan Rapinoe for her philanthropic work donating knee pads to those who want to kneel for the national anthem. The point is, there are plenty of legitimate reasons for ESPN to be honored by the Emmys. Yet for some reason, over the last 10 or 15 years, people at ESPN have felt the need to cheat. They felt the need to defraud the Emmys. Yesterday afternoon, The Athletic, they published a report that highlighted a scandal at the worldwide leader in woke. Since 2010, ESPN has been submitting fake names to the Emmys, hoping they would honor these people that don't exist. Now, I was surprised by this for a couple of reasons. Number one, I didn't realize that nominees for these useless awards were submitted by their employer. I thought the winners and nominees were being recognized by external observers. I didn't know they were being hand-selected by their employer and submitted for recognition. And number two, how pathetic do you have to be to submit fake names for a meaningless award? Are the people working at ESPN really that lonely? Are you really that insecure? If so, you don't need to be submitting them to the Emmys. You need to be submitting them to a qualified therapist. Hell, maybe I have been wrong all this time about Pat McAfee. If insecurity is prevalent at ESPN, Pat McAfee, he'll fit right into the culture. But this scheme, formulated by ESPN, it was originally meant to secure awards for College Game Day. Until last year, the host, they didn't qualify to receive Emmy Awards in the category of Best Show because there were individual awards that they were being offered. For example, the Emmys didn't want Kirk Herbstreit winning an award for Best Show while also winning the award for Best Performance in a Drama Series for crying on live television over mythical racism. What a performance! It was amazing how Herbert utilized that onion to create those fake tears. Last March, some anonymous woman named Shelley Smith, she received a phone call from another member of Club Anonymous named Stephanie Drewley. At the time, both women were collecting woke welfare at the worldwide leader in woke. Shelley Smith was an on-air reporter at ESPN for over 26 years, meaning no one knew who the hell she was. Now, the intent of the phone call, it wasn't to set up talking points for the next meeting at Club Anonymous. This phone call was far more salacious. Stephanie told Shelley, "I need to talk to you about something serious. This conversation can never leave this phone call. It must stay between us girls." Yeah, naturally, because this secret conversation was between two women, the entire world now knows about it. My dad used to tell me all the time, if you ever want people to know something, just tell a woman. They can't keep a secret. Stephanie was informing Shelley that she had to return 2 of her Emmy Awards. Obviously, Shelley was upset about it. How dare you demand that I return 2 meaningless awards that I didn't earn? Yeah, that's not hyperbole. Shelley Smith, she didn't earn these 2 Emmy Awards. They were given to her under false pretenses. Over the years, ESPN was submitting fake names to the Emmys that were disguised identities for their real employees. For example, Lee Corso, he was renamed Lee Clark. Kirk Herbstreit was renamed Kirk Henry. Okay. Couldn't they have come up with something a little bit more creative? Kirk Herbstreit, he could have been renamed Cries with Tears. Keith Olbermann plays with cats. Desmond Howard, he was renamed Dirk Howard. That sounds like the name of a prosecutor. Dirk Howard, Your Honor, representing the state, we are filing charges of mythical racism under Statute 1 of the Woke Commandments. I thought the most interesting fake name was the one given to Sam Ponder. In their unlimited brilliance, ESPN decided to rename Sam Ponder Stephen Ponder. I mean, isn't this so typical of ESPN? Taking a beautiful woman and turning her into a fucking dude. They did the same thing to Erin Andrews. Poor Erin, she was renamed Eric Andrews. I mean, could ESPN's dedication to Wiener be any more obvious? Now, all these people, both the real people and the fake people, they were all recognized and awarded by the Emmys under false pretenses. Once this scandal was uncovered by The Athletic, executives at ESPN released a statement. We were clearly wrong for submitting fake names. We just wanted our hardworking individuals to be recognized for their dedication. Let me get this straight. You wanted your employees to be recognized, so you devised a scheme so they would receive some meaningless award that no one gives a shit about? If you want to recognize your employees, why are you seeking external recognition? I don't know about you guys, but if I was working at ESPN, which would never happen, but if I was working at ESPN, I wouldn't want recognition in the form of some useless award. Yippee, look at my trophy! If you want to recognize me, give me a fucking raise. I can always use money. I have absolutely no use for some doofus trophy. Seriously, how many of you guys knew about College Game Day being honored by the Emmys? How many of you can name the Emmy Award winners from last year? Who won the award for dedication to Wiener? Who won the award for Best Rainbow in a Drama Series? Hell, I don't even remember who was hosting that dump last year, and I reviewed the show. The Athletic spoke to someone at ESPN who was involved in this scheme to defraud the Emmys. Now, I'm assuming The Athletic asked them a tough question. Why? Why did you do this? The answer given was rather interesting. You have to understand, these personalities are so important and they have egos. Okay, first of all, College Game Day is a panel show. No disrespect to Lee Corso, no disrespect to Kirk Herbstreit, but If you removed them from the show would go on. They're not that important. If you remove Colin Cowherd from the herd, the show ceases to exist. Remove Howard Stern from the Howard Stern show, there is no show. You could remove Kirk Herbstreit from College Game Day, replace him with Tim Tebow. Within a few weeks, Kirk Herbstreit would be all but forgotten. But the last part of that statement was true. They have egos. I guess this is where I'm different. Now, don't get me wrong, I have an ego. I think everyone does, but I don't need external validation to feed my ego. I don't need a group of people who don't watch me on YouTube to give me fake recognition. I don't need them to tell me I'm doing a good job. Why would I listen to them when the opinions that really matter are in this audience? You guys tell me every day whether or not I'm doing well or whether or not I suck. The like-dislike ratio, the comments in the comments section, that tells me all I need to know. The opinions of an anonymous group of people at the Emmys, those opinions are useless. Why would I value their opinion over the opinions of the people that actually matter? You guys. And it's obvious that the people at the Emmys aren't watching ESPN. They're not watching College Game Day. I mean, seriously, Eric Andrews, Stephen Ponder, if they watched the show, wouldn't they have caught on to this scheme? I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I just don't understand it. Why would you devise a scheme to get people recognition under fake names? The names are fake. They're still not being recognized. So the entire scheme is flawed. It doesn't make any sense. But give me your thoughts. Am I the only one who thinks this is pathetic? Devising a scheme to recognize your talent by using fake names so they still won't be recognized? Make it make sense. I don't get it. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. I appreciate each one of you guys and your continued support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.